Okay. Oh, I think I'm live. And I do see comments now. That's a plus. Is anybody out there? Y'all let me know. I don't know what was wrong before, but I had just a blank screen. I couldn't see the video. I couldn't see comments. I just saw like the dashboard, but nothing else. It was very strange. What happens if I hit this expand video? Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Y'all, and we're not going to see my face today. I know that's just so sad. Not sad at all. But I also was having problems with cameras. Like I got my external camera, this one that we see here, working and hooked in, but then the webcam like on my computer that shows my face wasn't showing up in the software. So I don't know. I need my children to help me again, which I'll have to try to get them to help me later. But anyway, I'm here now, and it doesn't matter if we see my face because this is what we're here for, is to watch some card making, and that's what we're going to focus on. So I'm hope that a few of you, oh good, Bill found me, yay. Okay, I think we're back in business. So the stamp set on this episode of Here's the Story, welcome, glad you're here. I'm going to be featuring the Thanks a Bunch stamp set. That is one of our free celebration. If you're new to Stampin' Up, Celebration is a special deal they have one time a year. It's just during January and February, and everything in this little brochure, and there's a section on the website, but everything in here is free. You can only earn it free. It's free with a purchase. So last week I showed the Adorable Owls, which is free with a $50 purchase, and I paired it with the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper, which is free with a $100 purchase. Today I'm going to show Thanks a Bunch, which is free with a $50 purchase. It's a very cute stamp set. It's one that at first I was kind of like, carrots? Well, but then I started, of course, once you start playing with it and see cards made with it, it just makes all the difference in the world. So that's what my job here today is, to make you realize that you need this stamp set. So I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the 3 cards I'm going to show today. Y'all let me know if anybody else is watching. I see Bill's watching. Hopefully we'll get some more people popped on here. I'm sure that since I'm a little late and I was there and then I was gone and I was having problems, I deleted that video off the page because I didn't want it out there with me just trying to figure out what was going on. So anyway, let's get started stamping. How about it? To start with, here's the first card that we're going to make today. This was a card that I made for a swap. I said that last week, that one of the cards was one I did for a swap. I do a lot of swaps where I swap with other demonstrators to get a lot of samples and stuff, and so this is one that I made. So I'm going to show you how I made this one. I'm going to prop it up here so I can see it. Let me get all our supplies that we're going to need. And the Designer Series paper that I'm using with this one is also Dandy Designs. Now I'm not using that on all this is the only one I'm using it on today, but I did pick, such a great pack of paper. Again, it's a big multi-pack of 48 sheets. These are the other sides I'm not using. I'm going to use these 2 sides. So let me start by folding this is the thick white cardstock, basic white cardstock. Whenever I'm using white or vanilla as a card base, I always like to use the thick. It's just, the other is just a little too flimsy. But anytime I'm stamping, I use the regular basic white. But if I need a card base, I'm going to use the thick. It just makes a better base. So let's put our Designer Series paper on. And this is a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of Designer Series paper. My card is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, which is half of a sheet of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. Got that on, and then we're just going to add this strip. And this is Mango Melody, by the way, the color of that DSP. And this is Granny Apple Green, the other one. I'm just going to put that right across here. There we go. Okay, we can set that aside and do our stamping now. So I need the carrot and the little leaf top, and then I need these, a couple of sentiments here. Alrighty, so we're going to stamp the carrots in Mango Melody because that's what color that paper is. Let's ink up our carrot. I'm going to do 2 of them stamped onto this piece of cardstock. I believe this is 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. I want to do it pretty close to the bottom because we got to have room for the leaf on top. Okay, there's one, and then I'm going to do a second one angled like this. Okay, there we go. And then I do want to do one more carrot on it. This is just a scratch piece because I'm going to fussy cut one of the carrots so that I can pop it up because I like stuff a little popped. Just stamp it on here. Okay, those are 3 carrots. I may need that again, so I'm going to leave it open. All right, and then we're going to stamp the leaf in Granny Apple Green. Okay, there's one. Let me make sure that's, okay, sometimes the little part comes out that I don't want it to. Okay, there's one. And then here's, there. So we've got our carrots, our leaves. Set that aside. While I've got the ink pads open, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment on here. But, well, you know what? No, I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, I want to show, I'm going to use a punch. This is in the big, in our annual catalog, and it is called, oh, I'm trying to think. It's like pick a, well, hold on. I will tell you. Let me find it. It is called Pick a Something Punch. We have a few different ones like this. This is a new one this year. Let's see. I'm going to find it in our big catalog. And it is called, hold on, wait for it. Oh, I think it's Pick a Banner. It suddenly came to me. Well, I can't find it. You know, now that I think about it, I don't think it is in the annual. It's available online. I don't think it's in the catalog. I think it carried over from our August through, or July through December mini catalog, but it's still available. But it's called, oh, wait. I know where it is. It's new. It's brand new. Y'all, I am losing my mind today. Obviously. It's just one of those days. Yeah, it's new in here. Oh, it's called Happy Labels Pick a Punch. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Page 53. Here we go. Yeah, and it comes in a bundle with all these fun sentiments. So, Happy Labels Bundle. Anyway, it's really fun because you can do all the, I don't know if you can see on here, you can do all these different sizes, like the size of your paper. It could be 1 inch down to 1/2 an inch. And then you can punch the ends to make a label. So Happy Labels Punch. So let me show you how it works. So I want to do this side. So you just, and this is a 3/4 inch width paper. So it slides right in that middle groove there. You push it to the back, stamp it, and you get this fun little end like that. So you can make a label. So then I'm going to do the other end too. Slide it all the way back, punch, and so then I have that cute little label. And then there's a one that that makes more like a ticket, kind of like a ticket. Look, all right. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on there while I've got these ink pads open. Okay, I'm going to do I got to move this down right under where I can look over it. I'm going to stamp the thanks at the top in Granny Apple Green. Oh, the middle came out. Hold on. I'm going to clean that and do it again. Where did my cleaner go? It was right here a minute ago. If y'all could see what a mess I have here. Well, let me just see if I can make that work. Okay, I just won't press as hard. Turn that over, stamp right here. This is just going to be one of those days, I think. That's the way it's going. Okay, I got the thanks right there. And then we're going to do a bunch in the Mango Melody right under that. So there we have that. Thanks a bunch. Let me close the ink pads because we are done with those. Get them out of the way. All right. We need to fussy cut this carrot. I feel like there's not a lot of people today. I don't know where everybody is. Hopefully you'll just catch this later. You can watch the replay or watch it on YouTube. I'll post it there as well as on my page. But hopefully people can find me. They probably were on earlier and then thought, what is she doing? She's lost her mind. And gave up. Which is quite possible. Alright. I'm just going to cut. Bill, are you working on your cards today? Your window or door or welcoming, no, it's not a window, it's a door. What is the name of that? Warm welcome stamp set. It's a really cute one. I know he's been working on some cards using that stamp set. Fussy cutting, and I think I mentioned this last week when I cut out the owl, but it's really not hard, and the key is you move your paper and not your scissors. You just move your scissors very little, but you move your paper around. All right. There we go. Got that carrot cut out. That didn't take long at all. All right, so now before I put anything dimensional on there, I need to stick this to a 1/8 inch bigger piece of Granny Apple Green. So it is 4 3/8 by 2 5/8. All right, and now we're going to just pop up our carrot. Right here. Let's put one here. I'm going to use some of the mini ones too because some of these areas are pretty small. One right there, and we'll put one up here on the leaf. Okay. So let's just pop that little guy right there. Okay. So we got that, and then the sentiment I want to go right here, and I'm just going to put a dimensional on each end so that it'll line up with the carrot that's already popped there. So just put that right about here. Like that. And then I want to pop this whole panel up as well. Put some dimensionals on. Okay. All right, that's going to go right about there. And then couple more little we need embellishments. So Let me pull those in. First, I'm going to use, well, I won't cut it yet. I'll just make it the bow. I'm going to make a little bow out of the white twine. Now, the white twine comes in a pack of, I believe, 5 other colors. They're all basic colors. It's like white, black, I think gray granite, crumb cake. It's all like neutral twine colors. And it can be found in the annual catalog or just under embellishments on the website. So I just made a little bow, and I'm going to stick that on with a mini glue dot. Bill says he is working on his card. It's a long process, huh? Well, let me get this glue dot off of here. Stick that right there, and then we need an embellishment. These are the Milky Dots from, they're in the new mini catalog, and I just want one big one right here, like that. There we have it. It's finished. So there is card number 1. Okay. What do y'all think? It's pretty cute. Carrots can be cute. Who knew? Okay. All right, let me show you the second card. Here's the next one we're going to make. Now, I got my inspiration for this card from the catalog itself. Where did I put that? I was going to show y'all. You know what? The catalogs are so great for getting inspiration, because even if you don't want to like copy something exactly, you can get an idea for a template, a card layout. Here's this sample right here. I looked at that and I'm like, what is that paper? And then I realized they used some of the little pieces, the little background pieces here. I think these are things you can stamp on the carrot and stuff, but they used them as backgrounds, and I thought, what a great idea. So that's where I got the idea for this one. So let's get started on it. Pull that stuff out. All right. All right, now this is Daffodil Delight. I wanted this card to be nice and bright and cheery because the sentiment on it says it looks like spring. And so I thought, well, it needs to look like spring then, huh? Okay, so I have a piece of basic white, which is 4 by 4 1/4, I believe. But I'm going to set that aside. I don't need that yet. We got to do our stamping first on our little... Okay, here's the colors I chose for this. We've got Parakeet Party. This is Pale Papaya. This is Mango Melody. And this is Pumpkin Pie. So on each one of them, we're going to stamp the background in the same color. So it's called tone-on-tone stamping. So for the Pumpkin Pie, we're going to use Pumpkin Pie ink. And let me pull over whatever we need here. I'm not sure. Okay, we need this one. And this is that little, I don't know what these are, just little dot thingies? I don't know. They're just kind of funky shaped polka dots is what I would call them. So I'm just randomly, when you do a background, of course you want some of them to go off the page. You want it to be very random. So I'm just filling in. And you do want to ink it every time unless you want it to be different shades, because otherwise it's going to come out lighter the second time you stamp if you don't ink it. All right, so there's that one. That's all of that. Just got, and then we will do Pale Papaya. And on the Pale Papaya, we're going to do these little, like, I don't know, it almost looks like a wood grain, but they're little stripy things. And it's just very subtle because this pale papaya is a very light color. So I'm just stamping these all over. Like so. Hi, Rhonda. There's somebody else out there watching. Glad you have joined me. You missed one card, unless you've been there. You can go back and watch it later, though. Okay, that's the pale papaya strip. Okay, now for the parakeet party strip, we will use the parakeet party ink. And for it, we're going to do this little, that's actually one of the greenery carrot tops, but we're going to just stamp the, we're going to make it like a background, a greenery background. So I'm kind of turning my paper different ways to try to get different angles of that. Okay, so there's that background. Got one more. This is the Mango Melody. And so let's grab the Mango Melody ink. Oh, you loved the, oh good, you saw the carrot card. Oh, hi Donna. Donna's here too, yay. Okay, and this one we're using this little dot row. And when I first started doing this one for my sample, I thought, well, this is tedious, but it went by pretty quick. And I'm not being like super concerned about it being like perfectly straight or anything. It doesn't matter because it can look kind of random. So I'm just stamping little rows of dots. I thought it was such a great idea to use all these pieces as little backgrounds. Okay. Almost done with that part. Okay, so now we've got all of our little backgrounds accomplished. We're going to stick them to this piece of white cardstock. Where'd my adhesive go? Oh, it's right here. Huh? And I want it to be completely flush at the top. I don't want to see the white. I'm only want to see a little white in between. So I'm going to go ahead and push that all the way. Oh, I've got it over a little farther. That's all right. I'm not going to move it because it's just going to rip it. All right, and so I'm going to do the top one and the bottom one because those two I know that they're going to go level with the top and bottom. So I can stick those on first. Okay, and then these, I'm just going to lay them here and get kind of an even spacing to see where they're going to go like that. Okay, so let's do this one. Look at that. And then this one right there. Okay, so there, we've got that. Now before I stick it down, I want to add a little ribbon around the front here. And this is the, it's white crinkled seam binding ribbon. This has been around for a few years now, I want to say, at least a couple. But it's still available in our catalog. So I'm just going to cut a piece. I picked a bad pair of scissors for ribbon. I have a ton of those and some are sharper than others. I need to like take them all and get them sharpened. Okay, so I just wanted a piece wrapped around like that. You know what? It's possible that I put this on. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did it right. Whew. For a minute, I thought I may have put it on there wrong. I didn't. It would just be typical if I did, the way this day is going. Okay. So now we're going to pop this panel up. On our Daffodil Delight cardstock. Right about here. Now let me just go ahead and tie another piece on here. And you could just make a bow and glue dot it on, but sometimes I just like the look of the way it pulls the ribbon to actually tie it on. It all depends on the ribbon on whether I do that or not. All right. Trim the ends with these dull scissors. I should grab some other ones, but that's all right. They're working okay. All right. So there's our ribbon. There we've got that. So let's do a little stamping on here now. So on this, we're going to stamp this little bunch of carrots. And we need that little greenery top. It's right here. Okay. So we're going to do the carrots in 2 colors. We're going to do one. I do need to find my cleaner for this for sure. It's here. I know it is. I had it like really close by. And now I can't find it. Hold on. It's right here. Here's one. Oh, it's hiding behind my computer over here. There it is. Because I'll have to clean in between since we're changing colors. Okay, so let me do the pumpkin pie first. All right, so I'm going to stamp it kind of angled this way. Right down here, and I need to clean it. This is our Simply Chamois, which is my favorite way to clean. And then where's pumpkin pie? Oh, I have it right here. Is that it? No, that's what I just used. Y'all, what is wrong with me today? Okay. Now Mango Melody for the second one. Just kind of overlap them a little bit, like that. Okay, and now I want to do 2 greens on the little tops as well. We're going to do Parakeet Party on one, right about there. Clean that. And then Granny Apple Green, which is a little darker, going this way. So they're kind of going to overlap, but so there's our little bunch of carrots. Those are cute. Those little baby carrots are cute. All right, so let's adhere this. Oh, and by the way, I cut this out with the Stylish Shapes dies. I told you I can hardly make a card where I don't use those. And then the layering circles in Daffodil Delight is how I got the scalloped one. All right, so we're going to pop that up right here. On circles, I prefer 3 dimensionals. It kind of keeps it from rocking on one way or the other. All right, so let's get our carrots right here. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. It looks like spring, and it is in pumpkin pie ink. And I'm just going to do it at this end because I'm not going to use the other end. In fact, I'm going to cut it off. So stamp this right down here. Okay. And then I'm going to trim some of this end off so that it won't show. And then I'm going to actually trim a little more so that I can stick it in there. There we go. I want it about like that. And that's also, this banner is also from Stylish Shapes Dies. So that there, now we just need embellishments and we're done. These are the in color, oh, yeah, I can't remember the names of things. In color dots, that's what I call them. Oops, I lost that one. Come back. Put one right up here. I'll get some of the, and they're like ombre colored. I don't know why this is not, I just pulled some new adhesive off of that. I'm having issues with my tools. I'm having issues with the computer. I'm just having issues, period, today. Why is it doing that? Okay, and then one right here. I'm having trouble with my sticky on my tool. All right, so there is another little carrot card. Very fun and bright and cheery. So there's card number 2. 2 down, 1 to go. All right, let's move in the third and final card. Now this one, okay, so I'm gonna pull the first 2 back out again. These 2, I'm like, well, these are similar colors. We got oranges, greens, yellows. I wanted something that was a totally different color scheme because everything I was doing and a lot of samples I found online too all use that color scheme because, hello, it's carrot colors. Oh, Rhonda, you want this one? Yeah, it's a cute set and it's free with a $50 order. So that my third one I designed, I thought I want to do totally different funky colors. So this is what I went with for the third. I just did some fun colors. Some bright colors, and I thought because they're weird colors of carrots, that there's no one quite like you was the perfect sentiment for that. So that's what we're going to do next. All right, so let's get started with a piece of, this is a half a sheet of Sweet Sorbet cardstock. I love this color. It's one of the in colors this year, and it's going to open this way. I did it the long cut on the cardstock. All right, and then the DSP on this, I want to show you, let me stick it down and I'm going to show you where you can find, this is a special, another big pack of Designer Series paper. It's got 48 12 by 12 sheets, but there's a little catch to this. You can only get this with Stampin' Rewards. It is one of the, let me pull in my mini catalog again. If you look in the back of it, you'll notice it's one of the Stampin' Rewards. It's called Flowers and More. It's a big multi-pack. You can also find it back here in the index, Flowers and More, but it says Host by it. It's only $18 for the big pack. It's 48 sheets, but you can only use your Stampin' Reward dollars, so it's actually free. But to get host dollars, you have to either spend $150, and if you do, you get $15 free, so you can use that $15 and you would just pay the $3 difference, but you qualify to get it if you do a $150 order. Plus you get either 3 level 1 celebration stamp sets or 1 level 2 and a level 1 celebration reward. So you get a lot more for your money when you do that $150 order. Or you can host a party and let other people put in orders, and you, as the host, you can pick that for your freebie. So those are the ways you can get that, but it's a really fun pack of paper. So that's where that's from. All right, so let's set that part aside and do our stamping. Now I cut a rectangle with the stitched rectangle dies to get that. Let's bring in our funky colors, and I used the medium-sized, I gotta move some of this out of the way. I've got so much stuff in the way here. The little medium-sized the medium-sized carrot. So there's the little baby carrots we did on the last one. There's the carrot we did on the first, and then this is the carrot we're using on this one. So I'm just gonna start at one end. What I'm gonna need are all the colors open. I'm gonna open them in order. That will help me to not stamp in the wrong ink pad. Well, it might help me from not stamping in the wrong ink pad. It's not a guarantee. Let's see, we need Oh, I gotta grab my fresh freesia. I used it in a class this morning, and so it's over here in a bucket. Let me grab it. Forgot I needed to get that. Got it. Okay. All right, so the colors we have lined up here are, let me move some stuff out of the way. We have Sweet Sorbet, Fresh Freesia, Crushed Curry, and Blackberry Bliss. Now, why did I choose those colors? Those are the colors in this paper. We have all of those in the paper here. All right, so let's get started with, get my cleanup pad ready. All right, Sweet Sorbet first. We'll do, let's see about where I stamped it. Thank goodness for my initial sample, because sometimes they can turn out different. And then Fresh Freesia. Then Crushed Curry. And I do kind of want to turn some of these a little different ways. And then Blackberry Bliss. I don't know. Do they make any weird colored? Oops, that one didn't come out. I rocked it weird. Let's see if I can make it work. That matched it up. That's the joy of photopolymer. Do they make weird colored carrots? You know how they make weird colored some vegetables and stuff? I don't know if I've ever seen colored carrots or not. I'm sure they can. Okay, and then one last Blackberry Bliss. All right, so there's our carrots. The only other ink I need to leave the Blackberry Bliss open for our sentiment. Also, I need this Pear Pizzazz for the top of the carrot. All right, where's my carrot top? Right here. Alright, so let's stamp the carrot tops, and this is Pear Pizzazz that I'm using. I just chose it randomly for a green. I thought it coordinated well. We have a lot of greens to choose from. Okay, so there's all our carrot tops. Now we can go ahead, well, let's see, I'm going to wait and put that panel on the very last thing. Let's stamp our sentiment. Now, I did not cut, I decided I would pull in my die cutting machine to cut this one thing out. So I'm going to stamp the sentiment right here. There's no one quite like you. I could send this to many, many people, I think, in my life. All right, so let me pull in my little mini die cutting machine. And again, this is the boho blue one that you can only get if you buy the starter kit during celebration. During January or February, if you join Stampin' Up! By buying the starter kit, you get this. There are 3 options. Option 1, you can just pay $99, which is the normal price for the starter kit, and you can choose $175 worth of products and no machine, or there's 2 machine options. You can do $129. You still get to choose $175 in products, plus you get the free boho blue mini machine, or you can choose the white one if you don't want the blue one. So those are the options. Okay. Oh, let me show you. This is a new die set called Something Fancy. It's a bundle. It coordinates with a great word set that goes with it. And anyway, I'm going to use it for this sentiment. It fits over it nicely. You know what? I didn't bring my Post-it note tape over here, but I think I can. Well, I said I think I can manage to not move that. We'll see. got it. Okay. So let's put, now I wanted just a little pop of color under this white so that it wouldn't just be white on white like that, which is still, I mean, which is totally fine. But I just wanted to add a little more color. So I'm going to layer this on top. I cut a second one in crushed curry. And I just want to kind of offset it a little bit like this. Okay, and then put dimensionals on the back. But I do want to put a little piece of, this is our, this comes in a double pack with a real red thin ribbon also. It's in the new mini catalog, and it's called, well, it's just burlap trim, I think is what it's called. So I want to cut, of course I've got these bad scissors here, but I'm going to see if I can get it to cut. They're not bad scissors, they're just dull. The paper snips are awesome, but they get dull like any other scissor eventually. So I'm going to put a little adhesive on the back just to kind of stick this down a little bit. Right about here. I want it to hang off just a little. And then I'm going to pop up the sentiment like this. There we go. And then we want to pop this whole panel. Rhonda, you think this one's your favorite? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to know. One reason I want to do this series with all the celebration stuff is to just, I mean, sometimes you just don't know if you like something until you start seeing things that are made with it. And it just helps to see it in action. So I want to show y'all what great options there are for celebration. Okay, and then I just want to add another one of these, the same little milky dots that we used on the first card. But I'm going to use a small one this time. I've misplaced my tool. Here it is. Right up here. Like that. And I think that's all it needs. And so there is our last card. Let me bring them all three back in to show what we made today. So here they all are. I've got trash everywhere, but see if we can get them all in on the screen. So those were our three cards for today. I'm glad y'all were watching. Thanks so much for joining me today. And again, you can get this Thanks a Bunch stamp set free with a $50 purchase during now through the end of February. So, and it's, of course, the celebration things are always only while supplies last. So if you love something, I would get it soon before things are gone. But anyway, so that is a really fun stamp set, and that was our feature today. So I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and join me again next week. Right here at 2 o'clock, I'll be live again with another celebration product. Don't know which yet. I just kind of decide week to week which one I want to highlight. So I'll see y'all next week if I don't see you before. Thanks for joining me.